All right, guys, another big week on the podcast, and I'm not just saying that. This one is my favourite by far. A lot of laughs. Tommy copped his punishment. I've come up with a perler for him, and that is not to be missed. We go through the Collingwood and North game and all the things that are coming, and they've got my boys this week, so maybe I'm a little bit nervous. We go after Sydney with the KPI Construction Stop That, and there's a funny play on or out of bounds where me and Tommy are literally in tears.
This episode is proudly sponsored by KPI Construction Services. When it comes to construction sites, reliability and efficiency are key. That's where KPI Construction Services shines. With a single call, KPI provides a range of essential services, which includes labour hire, crane hire, and traffic control. KPI is a progressive business with modern plant and equipment across all of their operating states. Focusing on innovation and to avoid the business drifting is always front of mind. We are proud to be aligned with and have such a reputable company partnering with the show. Aces, I know I always go on about the RIXXs, but I got huge news. We have all our styles and colours restocked on the website right now. Get online, grab some sunglasses at rixxeyewear.com.au right now and use our little discount code ACES if you want a 20% discount code on the house.
All right, Tommy, let's get stuck into the podcast, mate.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Aces Premiership Countdown pick. Stop laughing. I can't even do the intro because the big fella's been cooking up something behind my back all day. I'll find out about that. But big fella, it's welcome back to the podcast, Aces Premiership Countdown. Look, it's been a tough week. I haven't slept much. I'm a bit tired, if I'm being honest with you, and I'm a bit stressed and nervous because these punishments, this one's been left in your hands this week, and I'm a bit nervous because Fremantle have let me down. Not only have they made me look like a fool, I've taken the line, extended it to 25 points. Oh, they've been smacked by the Dogs. And I heard the Bont, here's this, I heard the Bont was sick as a dog. I had strong mail that he was really crook, and Saturday morning I'm walking around with a little bit of a head wobble saying, oh, reduce that line to 13, I'm home already, whatever you want. I think Dockers might have even got into $1.90 there for a stage. So, gee whiz, these head-to-heads in life, I don't know if I'll be going with it anymore, but mate, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm very excited. I've got something cooked up for you.
Gee whiz, you got this grin on your face.
A little bit, but we'll see at the end of the show. So I'll leave it there. I'll leave you a little bit nervous, keep bringing the energy.
Before you tell me what it is, I've got a proposal for you.
Go on.
Well, obviously we've had a lot of people writing in, a lot, and I've got some ideas. So hear me out. Obviously, Fremantle can't be serious, but my proposal to you is that I suggest that you give me another chance. And one of the punishments could be this. If you give me another chance, I'm going to go double or nothing. So this one's from TJ, mate, and I read all your punishments. Jeez, there was some tough, cruel punishments after just my second mistake. But anyway, one of the punishments can be a full kit in the middle of the shopping centre. This one would be in the Fremantle kit. I'd wear the number 11. Socks up, boots on, might even have to get the helmet, mouthguard, and shorts on as well. The whole lot. The full kit as if I'm about to play game day, and then hand out American Aces stickers in the middle of Coles.
It's not a bad one for next time because this week, mate, I've got something for you.
Yes, you're not even going to. You didn't even acknowledge it.
It's good. Hey, it's a great idea. Great.
God, what about Spittle Roo? He reckons trainer. That was PEWTCH. Time for you to do the Tim Nacky, your man, to eat a chili live. Love your work, boys. Can I do a chili?
You could, yeah. Not this week though, because I've got.
You know what I tell you what. So you're going to punish me. So what have you done?
It's not.
You're going to tell me, or you're going to show me? What am I doing?
You'll find out at the end of the pod.
So at the end of the podcast, I'm getting punished.
It could ruin the rest of the pod. So tune in to the end because there'll be something coming your way. Brado knows about it behind the scenes.
He's got a big grin on his face.
He's excited.
I did see you get here very early. You were sitting in the car.
I haven't been this early ever.
You might have even taken the day off to do whatever you've done.
I'm not working at the moment, so I'm off. Yeah, so, I've been doing this all day.
Just my luck. Well, we'll do that at the end. And I'm glad it's at the end because whatever it is, I'm a bit nervous. It's not that bad. It can't be that bad.
You'll be all right.
You know what? If it is bad, you know what? I just can't wait for you to lose because the big fella will cook up something as well.
Fair enough. And
it might be at Coles in your full Melbourne kit.
You're back to back, though. You're back to back.
Bad. Yeah, fair enough.
Back to back. There needs to be
hand up. I'll take full responsibility. I'll let my family down, my friends down, my colleagues, my mates.
I'm not angry, man. I'm just disappointed.
All right. Well, I've got to get through the show. I've got a job to do as just a host and anchor this a little bit while you're on fire and running hot, mind you. Well, anyway, mate, the show's got to continue. I'll worry about my punishments later. It's not the first time I've made a mistake and it won't be the last. But let's start with our 12-week challenge. I've ruined it again. And to everyone out there, I think I've let you down. But the Pigs on fire. But Sydney aren't starting well, and they were down, I'm pretty sure, against the Crows. Was there any nerves at all?
Of course there was nerves when there's a little bit on the line here, but they were always going to kick away. They're the best team in the comp at the moment. They showed it late in the game, so I'd be lying if I wasn't a little bit nervous early. But they kicked away pretty comfortably in the end. Yeah, not as nervous as you, mate. So I'll tell you what, I was a little bit more nervous at the North Collingwood game because I doubled down last week.
We're going to get to that.
We'll get into that in a minute.
Hold on to that thought for a second. Jeez, we have that coming up. But what I need to do before we get to North, because we need to apologise. We didn't do the parlay last week. We didn't have time to kind of get it up. So I think this week, maybe we do a Sunday arvo. Everyone's hungover on a Sunday. Well, not everyone, but a lot of our listeners would be, I reckon. Or we can do the weekend one. But I feel like me and you get to kind of see the teams and really knuckle in. So Sunday, we can put together a $6 to $8 parlay over the 3 games. Now that I think the buy is almost done, like it's coming up, but not now. But I'm saying we can progress this for the end of the year.
Yep.
What do you reckon? Sunday parlay.
Sunday parlay.
It could be $4 and a $4 done. 2 games.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of accountability to us as well.
Yeah, that's our fun one. There's no
punishments.
No punishments.
We're already getting enough of them.
The opposite of punishments, just parties. You know what I mean? I'll meet you at the pub afterwards.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, so that's why. So I apologise. I've had a admit, we haven't done the parlay. That's my fault. Haven't ticked the box for 12 weeks. But who cares? We get back on the horse, and I get punished. So good for you guys. Let's get into it. What was going to be an amazing weekend for me? You get your tick, I get the cross, but North nearly beat the Pies. And I am sitting there, I'm walking around the house with that big head wobble. I posted the clip at halftime. I thought, let's get that clip up at halftime. Let's let everyone know that Pigs just had a big nightmare here and the comments were coming thick and fast. And some of those people would have wanted to retract because the comments were nasty and then you got the last laugh when they got done by a point. Break down the game for me.
Mate, so I had Michael Hurley's baby shower on the side. I was sitting there, having a couple of beers, but mates and family and stuff, and the footy's on, and that many people are going, mate, have a look at the score. So like everyone knows, everyone's pointing it out to me. So a lot more North supporters out there than I realised, as I said last week, and it got to 50 points, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And you absolute dog of a human, you've posted it on socials again, and then they're all coming at me. And I had a bit of a breakup for work. I had a few drinks with some people, so I finished off work, and I was at the Mail Exchange in the city, which is right near Marvel, just straight off Spencer Street, full of North supporters, full of Collingwood supporters, and then they just started coming. I was so invested in this game, and I'm wrapped how North are going now, to be honest. But I could not have wanted a team to win more than Collingwood. And I've never said that about Collingwood ever. But what a cracking game! And I was over the moon, to say the least, because as you said, the comments were coming. That even I'd go to the toilet or I'd go to the bar to get a drink, and someone would say something to me, and you know what? I had the last laugh. So
that is what was it, like top 5 comeback of all time? The umpiring decision late, you must have been giggling because there's North fans in the room. They must have been ropeable.
I think that was a 50, obviously, but then they had 2 shots. One went out of bounds. Then I think Fisher just hit the post.
Apparently, the boys reckon it was in, out. It was a wobbler, in, out, in. They did, and then it just missed late.
Him, he's a nice left foot kick. He was on. He's had a bit of time. I think I was wrapped when that thing went through the points, but it was an interesting game. The pub was going right off. It was busy in there, and I don't know what it would have been like to be at the game. But in Bruzzy's 200th too, biggest comeback. He won, 5th biggest comeback ever. It was huge.
Oh, it was so good. There's so much time. Even Bobby Hill, our man, like his hanger, we love our RIXX eye catchers, but everyone's been talking about it. So we've got a couple other crackers for you guys, but that was definitely an eye catcher. It was
Is that Mark of the Year?
Yeah, it has to be.
Him or Elliott? So I was one of the Collingwood boys.
Well, I saw a poll. I think Bobby's won, and no doubt the Collingwood fans would have voted. It was only a little bit. I think it was like 40. It might have been like 57, 43 or something like that. But Bobby's got the elevation, and then he got onto the pack, and then the landing. I mean, would you rather him land on his feet or on his back?
Wow.
For what do you think would look bigger?
Like the Moorcroft one where he landed on his back.
Flat. It looks like he'd come home from Mars.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, for the theatre, I think if he goes over the top a bit more and lands on his back, maybe. But like his feet are there. You're not going to break your hip when you can land on your feet.
Oh, and you can just see he's going to take a bigger one. You know what I mean? Like because he's a light footballer, he doesn't weigh much. He gets the spring, and because he's got the power and the hops, he's going to jump on a lot of heads.
Yeah, like Cozzy Pickett, he's nearly taken so many hangers, and Bobby's the same. Like they've just got springs in their calves. It was an amazing grab. I've got him for Mark of the Year at the moment for sure.
Yeah, well, it'd be great to see. And I think everyone's forgetting like Bobby and Schultze. I think they kicked 9 between them. Like there's no forwards really at the moment. I'm talking more talls because they've got a lot of tall timber out. Big Mason Cox is out. Big Mahicek. I think, Elliott's out. Like, he's not tall, but he's their main forward. They've lost a lot of their key pillars up there, and these boys have kicked 9 between them.
Yeah, it's huge. They've been every team needs a real quality small forward, and they've got like 5. Like, even, McCreary?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce that? Like, he would be considered as a medium forward. Like, he's a gun, and you got Schultz, Bobby, Elliott. Mate, they goes forever in that team. They don't need the big fellas.
You know what? Like, I've got a few things on my run sheet. Port's retro jersey, da-da-da-da-da. But you know what? Scrap that. The D's are playing North this week. Mm-hmm. All right? This could not be set up any better for my liking. The D's take on North Melbourne. And I just reckon I just think you need to say something about how certain you are with the D's winning, because I just feel like if the D's lose to not that we're all about punishments and I'm getting punished later. I get that. I'm not trying to even it up straight away, but I reckon you've got to take some accountability. Maybe if the D's don't win, there's got to be something, isn't there?
What?
Just because of the momentum of this North Melbourne story.
I know what you're doing here. You're trying to get a grab again to play 10 minutes before the game. I know exactly what you're doing. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it.
They're going to win
I'm sitting on the fence. Obviously, I'm going to tip the D's. I think it'll be a good game. North are playing better.
Oh, yeah, they're going all right.
So I think statistically, I'm not going to say.
Maisie won't be happy with the confidence you've got in the D's.
At the moment, I don't think the D's have too much confidence either. So I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to give you a grab because I know what you're doing.
I thought I'd try me luck. I'll scrap the run sheet. I just can't believe they are playing Melbourne this week. Like we've had it's been a historic run with North and your statements, and even that comeback from the Pies. Like it's good that you got one up on them, because if you had went down twice, it would have been it would have distracted probably my punishment that's happening later on a little bit. There would have been too much on the run sheet this week.
North were always Melbourne's bogey team early in my time at Melbourne too. So going into statistically where Melbourne are, which I think they're one of the best in defence, but even the mids, you think you got Clary, Track, obviously he's out now, unfortunately, Vines. I don't think they're going very well in there. I think they're ranking like 16, 17 in some of the good KPIs, and obviously the forward line having the big issues. So I know Big Maisie will probably lock down Larky, but then you just wonder where their scores are coming from. So I'm very nervous. I'm not gonna give you a grab.
No, we'll wait till later anyway. I'll probably jump the gun on that game, but I just got really excited.
I know, and you tried. You tried to get it.
Well, North Melbourne, we have a great relationship with North Melbourne. It's a love-hate. You know what I mean?
Jacket in the cast.
Yeah. We've got with something else coming later on. We've got another podcast here with a big fan of North that's not happy with you. We'll show you that later. But anyway, let's crack on to play on or out of bounds before we get to the tipping leaderboard. I've just got a cheeky one here. It's a pretty basic one, but it's been trending a little bit. But let me just give you it. Play on or out of bounds. Dating someone 48 years younger than you or dating someone 48 years older than you. Play on or out of bounds.
Oh, I wouldn't do it personally, but
If you were single at 74.
Yeah, probably. Who wouldn't?
Well, you just said you wouldn't.
No, man. I got kids, it'd be a bit weird, but if you're referencing the great Bill Belichick,
Big
it's
Bill,
play on for Big Bill.
Big Bad Billy.
Yeah, what do they say? The ick.
Yeah, the ick. Red flag.
It's a bit ick, dating someone. What is it? 50 years younger.
48 years.
I'm just thinking.
It's a bit sick that I know what you're thinking with that.
I'm just thinking how it works. There's the rig set up on Big Bill with a 24-year-old.
Bill's probably going, this is the grouse. This is the absolute grouse.
And she's singing, this is PEWTCH. I'm lost.
Can you imagine Big Phil? Oh,
come on. We're going to show you. The PEWTCH.
I'm visualising the big fella getting the rig out.
Kids might listen to this show, man. Oh, shit.
Got the tears. Jeez, you need them.
Keep your hoodie on, Bill.
Wow, yeah, that is good. That is good. That is a good start. I haven't had a cry for a while. That is good. So we'll just say it's out of bounds. It's got to be out of bounds, doesn't it? But you know what, Bill? Well done, mate. It's out of bounds, but we tip our hats and we salute. Oh, boy. Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Okay, let's get into the tipping leaderboard. Oh, that is huge. We're just on that. We've got a bit of an idea, but we think we might start a new segment, which is called "That Is PEWTCH." Yes. There's a bit of trend with the aces that are writing in with that word, and you've started it, and it's a beauty. So I think we get a little segment going with what is PEWTCH. We'll try and get that into the show notes.
Send in whatever is PEWTCH.
Righto, let's go to the tipping leaderboard. I'll just get it up right now while I'm talking, but I am of the opinion that we have two clubhouse leaders in the American Aces tipping comp. And on the jersey front, and not only the jersey front, I've just dropped off the nut. I've just forgotten, but I think we've got momentum here. And, I mean, he's going to be there. He's going to pop on the show at some point. But the big nut, we've kind of... I mean, how many times can you invite someone to
Did I tell you? Did I tell you it was going to happen? Did I tell you the nut was known for this?
We'll have to get him on and let him speak for himself at one point. But anyway, gone without a trace, sitting on 86. Had a bad week though, only 4. But Caitlin _, and Caitlin's been there all year. She is tied in the lead on 86. So to you two, they're up by 2. So you got a little head start on the group now. This is where you can really extend your lead, and we've got some jerseys to come. So exciting times there. In our league, it's very close though if you go through the list, but everyone can do that at home. Righto, well, let's get into our listener questions of the week. And before I start, geez, a lot of apologies at the moment, but we've stitched up our man Dylan Clark last week. So for anyone listening that didn't watch or listen last week, Dylan Clark wrote in, it says Dill Clark actually, and he wrote, "Hey boys, so I'm booked in to go to Europe in a week for a 6-week holiday. My problem is I'm currently leading the NFNL Div 1 coaches votes and most likely league medal. Do I go and cost myself the medals? ? And then me and you."
We rinsed him.
We rinsed him last week.
Yes. But it wasn't him, was it?
It wasn't him.
Yeah,
Someone's written in with a fake account.
So apologise to Dill. And he is going to Europe, is he not?
I got confirmation on Instagram once he was a bit flat last week, Dill. But as I said to you, mate, we love you. We love your support. And hey, when we make mistakes, we put our hands up here at APC. We put our hands and we own up. We take accountability. We get punished. And I'd love to know who did that. You know what?
It probably was him, and he looked like a bit of a goose, and he thought, all right,
the double whammy. Would be a little bit airtime here for Dylan Clark. But
he just wanted to throw it out there. He's winning the votes. And,
but Clarky, mate, you enjoy that holiday. If you, maybe a selfie away, listening to the pod when you are in Europe. Me and Pig are down here in freezing Melbourne. But, yeah, that is very good. And whoever stitched him up, I don't mind it. They got
don't
us.
mind it,
You know,
it's
like they
funny.
won't get us again, but pretty funny stuff. In fact, we should start doing that on other podcasts.
That's a great idea.
Not a bad idea, you know. It's Mickey Hibbert here, boys. Big fan. No, but that was really good. But anyway, so the real Dylan Clark wrote in, lads, the real Dill Clark here, who you've stitched up completely in last week's podcast. Promise I'm not a big enough flog to miss a Europe trip for footy. Flat about the comments, biggest stitch up. Love that pod. So good on you, Dill. Appreciate the support, mate. And sorry about that one. Righto, we've already asked one from Jakey Andrews. One more from Sam DeJong. He's gone, question for the Piglet himself. Mm-hmm. Which one of the Caviar crew, D's boys, hated driving to Casey the most for a training session instead of being at the paddock? May paying $1.03.
What's the Caviar boy?
I don't know. He said,
me,
which one of the Caviar crew D boys? I think it might be the private school Caviar having a dig at Melbourne supporters, maybe.
Gotcha. I'm trying to think. There were a few people that were trying to not get it out to Casey. Back in the day, I think Jordan Lewis hated going out there.
It'd be tough for, what is he, 3 or 4 timer?
Yeah, 4-timer. Yeah, 4-timer.
Yeah.
Don't sell him short, the big fella. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. But then there was guys, Gorney, Lever, Maisie now, they're down on the coast. So it's actually easier for them to go, they're down Mount Eliza. I think Gorney was down at Blair for a while. He's up in Iris, Malvern way now. But they wanted to be at Casey, when most people don't. You want to be around the city, knock off on a Friday after pre-season training, go into Richmond, have a few pots. But Maisie's all right. Well, because he's in Mount Eliza now, I think. So you're in. I think back in the day, it was definitely the older blokes, maybe Jonesy and Jordan Lewis and Michael Hibbard.
There you go. I'm with you, mate, if I was playing the D's. But some great questions.
Yeah.
And plenty of punishments, but Pig's got it sorted and he's read them, so I don't know what he's gone with.
Get him ready for next week, because I'm interested to hear your lock.
Now, well, it's a big week here for RIXX. Time for our RIXX eye-catching moments. Let's put our RIXXies on. We have our end of financial year sale, Pig. End of financial year sale right here at RIXX. Up to 50% off with an extra 5% if you use the discount code ACES. So 55% on some frames. And when you spend a certain amount of money, you'll get a special gift. And this week, in this sale, it is a deck of custom RIXX cards that are waterproof. So if you're in the pool, wherever you are, you're on the beers, you've got the you got the full deck there with the RIXX cards. So yeah, anyone out there that wants to buy some frames, I guarantee you we don't do many sales. I think we might do 3 a year. And the next one will be around birthday, Black Friday. So get in, because there are some Barry bargains, as I like to say, and some cool little cards as well if you get a couple of pairs. Tricks? I do.
Yeah, good. All right. Well,
I do.
Maybe I'll
do you know a few card tricks?
I've got one or two.
I've got one where I can guess your card. I can do it with 21 cards or 9. It's hard to do it on a podcast, but maybe cool. Depending on whatever this punishment is, we can do it at the back afterwards. But, there you go. So, anyway, into the RIXX segment, the eye-catching moments. Piglet. I like that before, Piglet.
I touched on it a little bit before. My eye-catching moment, because I was sitting at the pub watching this game and very invested, was the 54-point comeback by the Pies, mate. In Bruzzy's 200th. Bobby Hill's hanger. The game had it all. Come down to the last minute. It was just the 50-metre penalty at the end, the free kicks. So the whole game just caught my eye, and it was my RIXX eye-catching moment. So I felt bad for North, but not that bad. And well done to Collingwood. They're starting to step into into those finals contention now.
Top 4, I think now.
Top 4. So. It was the whole game. It had its ebbs and flows. A lot of flows in the second half for Collingwood. But what was his name? Will Phillips's tag on Dacos, and then they've dropped the tag, and Dacos started having his way, and it was a game changer. So that was my eye-catching moment for the weekend. I had a couple more, but I thought that was the one thing on the weekend that I was thinking about the most. And well done to Bruzzy for 200 and the Pies for the win.
Well said, mate. It'd be one of those classic matches you'd see on TV that they play over and over and over. And And you just wouldn't want to be watching if you're a North fan, but if you're a Pies fan, it'd be a weird one, wouldn't it? Because Pies fans would have been so flat they were in that position, considering that North's only won one game. And then the comeback, it would have been unbelievable knowing that they got that done. And there's obviously a lot of drama. I call it drama. We won't go to the umpires this week. We're going to let them go.
We're going to let them enough.
We've run out of stop signs. So, love it, mate. My RIXX eye-catching moment is the All-Australian selectors leaving our man Adam Treloar out of the squad that they announced mid-season. A lot of people right now are probably listening going, come on, Tommy, we know Adsy's a big part of the furniture. He's a part of the family at American Aces. He's got the podcast, Ads and Dunks. I'm going off pure analytics and my own eye and what I've seen. And this man is, I mean, you don't have to be dead to be stiff, do you? This bloke is leading the league in disposals. I've even gone into depth to see what else can I marry it up with, right? So I thought, well, all I hear about is Bontempelli these days. Like, everyone. And he's a superstar. But I'm saying if he is your Brownlow medalist, if he is your pin-up boy, top 5 of all time, that's what they're talking about because Dusty last week, I'm seeing all these graphs. Well, this is the type of year that, that Ads and he are having. So if Ads has had 451 disposals, the Bonts had 365. So he's had 86 less. They're both midfielders. I'm not measuring disposals as the highest category here, but I'm just telling you the facts. Then you go, well, let's go to the contest. Tackles, they've both had 78 and 67, so Bont's got him plus 11 there. Let's go to the clearances. So let's see how effective how they are in the contest when they've got the ball. Well, Bont's had 89 clearances and Ads has had 87. So Bont's got him by 2, pretty much neck and neck. We're talking about a Brownlow medalist here, and now we're talking about a squad.
Not Brownlow medalist yet.
Sorry, let me say again. We're talking about a Brownlow medalist favourite right now, and one of the guys that they're voting is one of the top 5 superstars of the game, and he's having a blinder of a season. One's in the squad, one's not. Now, I actually went a bit deeper, and I thought, well, when you're getting reviewed for a game, coaches' votes, when they give you coaches' votes, it means you were hurting them. They were watching the game going, this guy is hurting me, correct?
I think it's the best award you can win.
Well, he's coming 10th in the coaches' votes.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept looking into it and I thought, goals, he's kicked 7, there's been 14 games. But my thing is, that's caught my eye, is the selectors. Can we squeeze Adam Treloar back in that squad when you do it again? I don't know if they do it later on. I'm not a big one on individual awards. Ads would be embarrassed I'm bringing this up, but I just thought he's had a few injuries in the past. He's had a great few seasons now, but this one is like a career high. I've actually gone through his stats. I thought, come on, you've got to give the big fella a little pat on the ass. Every time you watch the footy, he's leading the disposals. His hands are unbelievable. He kicks a goal every week. So that's what caught my eye. And I don't normally look into that stuff, Pig, but it did. It caught my eye, and I thought, I've got to run with it.
Well, you brought some good numbers with you there. So the rebuttal's good, but who did that? Is it an official? The ones that do the selection at the very end of the year, I can't see them given.
It was an official All-Australian squad.
Okay,
and on that, 16 players last year that were in that squad at halfway made it.
Yep.
So it's a pretty strong squad at halfway.
I knew they did
There's a little bit of room to move.
I didn't think they announced it midway through.
To be honest, mate, I've never looked into it. But I thought, I'm that invested in Ads and Dunks and you and everyone else, the Clubhouse boys, anyone that's kind of in the American Aces family. And when they're going that well, I just thought, well, this can't be right.
Yeah. I thought,
so let's bring it to everyone's attention.
I think now that people are talking about it, which they will, because there's always the one or two that are stiff, or even there's probably a handful at the end of every year, whether it's the team or the squad, and it's subject by media and trial by media a little bit. The more people that talk about people that aren't in end up getting in, and the people that don't deserve to be in but might be in, they slowly squeeze them out. I feel like they want to keep people happy. The more people that are talking about the players that are playing well end up getting in.
He hasn't been in the squad. He hasn't been an All-Australian before, so it is quite. Yeah. I think that also hurts even more. It hurts me. It hurts probably people. He probably doesn't care. He wants a flag. But
I think the selectors, they always hedge a bit closer to the guys that have been in before. Tom Stewart's 5 times in a row. I'm sure he was in the squad over another halfback that's been just playing just as well, if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And this is, just before I move on, but I thought I'd go on the app, the AFL app, and just look at his stats. And I went through it. So
season 34 or something,
32.2 disposals, elite, Kicks, 14.9, elite. Handballs, 17.3, elite. Marks, 2.9 average, not really a stat for midfielders. Tackles, 4.8 a game. Nice. 4.8 means he's doing the dirty work on defense, and if you watch live, he does. Clearances, 6.2, elite. He's elite in nearly every category. So, I just thought we'd bring it to everyone's attention. All Australian selectors, it wouldn't be a tough gig. I'm not putting anyone out there that should come out, but you guys need to squeeze him in the squad, and Adzi, you keep going about your business. So that's what caught our eye. If you get online the RIXX website, you get yourself a couple of pairs of sunnies, you'll get these custom playing cards, and you'll be able to play some cards at home with your family and friends. And use that discount code ACES, and you'll get 55% on a couple of frames. And mind you, the Sohos, they're all restocked as well. So great segment there, Pig. And
well done, mate.
Well done on that. You and the North just football club, you're linked in every conversation at the moment. I love it.
I love the North supporters. They're a very passionate bunch.
Yeah, well, I loved how you went for them, and they are everywhere. Now, time to get into our predictions. This is where we start to get to the end of the podcast. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous because you've got something. When are you going to tell me? Can we get a hint before we get to the? Obviously, KPI Construction stopped that segment. Is it going to be at the end, and then we're going to go into the punishment? Right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll.
So you're not even going to talk about it.
No. You know what? We'll do it. We'll do it just before KPI. I want you to be on the pod for a few minutes. Just
okay. So we're going to do the punishment. So I'm doing it today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're doing it in about 10 minutes.
Oh, so I thought you were going to announce it today.
Oh no, you're doing it.
So I'm going to eat or drink something stupid.
Yeah, some would say that. All right, we're going to change it up a little bit with the tips. We're not going to go into depth this week because I don't think people listen to the pod for that. We like trying to make the people money. We haven't made them much, but I feel like now, at the halfway point, this is where we start to come into our own. Give a few tips, give a few insiders.
One a game. We don't have to get too lost in
one or two a game, and it's we don't have to keep ourselves accountable. But the people out there, and a lot of them say that they like following our tips and the punters clubs and all that. This is what we're going to do. We're going to announce our tip, who we think is going to win, and I want to give a goal or a disposal, a little prop bet along with it.
Love it.
Do you like that?
Like it, yeah. Well, that's what we do in the NFL podcast, and I think I like this even more.
So we've got the Cats versus Carlton on Friday night
at the G.
This is a cracking game. I'm going to tip Carlton. I just at the moment I've got a bit more faith in him, and I've got Nick Newman to get 25 touches. He likes taking the kick-ins. That's at $2.45, and I've got Hawkins to kick 2 goals, and that's $2.45.
Oh, so you're getting right into the proppies for this one.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and get a prop each game now. So I like those bets. I think Hawk's going to they're going to look after the big fella, and I think Wiedering will go to Cameron if he's closer to home. I've got a feeling that Cameron's going to play close to home, and Hawk's going to get off the leash.
I like it. I kind of feel like that as well. Jezza was nowhere near the sticks last week or the week before.
It's not working for him though.
No, well, it was like it worked early against Sydney, and then they we'll put Jezza in the square, and he kicked 2 quick goals, and he looks dangerous when he's coming out of the square. Stengel's been the one that kicks 3 nearly every week. I think Henry's been out. That's why it's been playing me a little bit. Look, I'm going to tip Carlton as well. Jeremy Cameron loves the G. Like, you think about the games he's played against the Pies where he turns around and looks at the crowd. Off the bye, refreshed. I saw he's down at Barnbougle. I like him for 3. I think he'll play up and deep. So I think he'll go up the field, and I don't think Carlton's backline
could have 20.
But I don't think Carlton's backline has 2 Wiederings.
No, they don't.
I don't know who's playing on the second tall, but one of them I feel like is going to get off the chart, and I kind of tend to think that they're going to let Jezza play deep but roam. That's what he does. He roams up the field. So Carlton, Jezza for 3, you'll get a good little bit of money there because that's an awkward algorithm.
Yep.
And then I think Cripps for 25, inside, ball. They're going to have to try stop Walsh with the run. I'd imagine Atkins or someone. Whoever's going to negate is going to go to Walsh. So, yeah, Cripps for that contested.
And who you got winning?
Yeah, Carlton.
Saturday at Adelaide Oval, Port versus Brisbane. This is a good
I love
game.
Brisbane.
I'm going to tip Brisbane straight off the bat. I've got Big Joe for 3 goals, paying $3.15. And I've got Horn Francis, $3.15 for 25.
Well, you're getting real and cheeky on the properties, aren't you?
Yeah, I feel like Rosie's been a bit down. I feel like he's going to play a big midfield minutes, and he was pretty good last week, Horn Francis. So I'm backing him just for a big game.
Butters got tagged last week by Bedford.
Tag Horn Francis.
No, I know that. That's what I'm saying, but I don't think they're going to tag Butters this week. Normally, inside mid, Dunks goes to the big contested bulls or their best mid normally. But Butters is a bit of a slick. I don't know if they're going to do that. And then you got Lockie Neal. He's on fire. But I have this feeling that he's been in the press all week, Butters. I think Butters for 30 this week, Brisbane to win, and I'm going to go with our man Logan Morris for 2 goals. I think Port can go all right against the talls, but they can't stop the third tall. So Hipwood and Danaher get the big boys down there, and Morris will get 2 sausages.
And you got Brizzy to win.
I like Brizzy.
The Battle of the Bridge, GWS versus Sydney. Sydney, I'm going to tip Sydney. Best team in the comp at the moment. Can't trust GWS at the moment. They've been up and down like a yo-yo. And I'll tell you what, this is rare. He doesn't kick many goals, but I'm giving our man Tom Green
a goal. I love this. I've seen his podcast, and I think 2 weeks ago he said I'm kicking a goal this week, and he didn't.
$3.80.
What?
$3.80.
$3.80.
I've got a better one for you coming up too. I'm not even going to do anything, but Tom Green. Let's add that to our Sunday special, I reckon. But $3.80. Yeah, I like the Tom Green goal in what would be a contested affair. And last time they played, he rolled his ankle in the first quarter. Sydney ran away with the game once he come off the field. That's our bet for this game. Then we love it.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay. Not even going to go head to head. I'm going to go Tom Green goal with you.
Beautiful, and you've got Sydney winning. Don't know. You don't like going against GWS.
Going up to the Giants past players event next week, so tipping against them this week will hurt if I'm around them. The thing is, I've said on this podcast,
these are always good games.
But I'm going to tip Sydney, but I'm going to back Giants because tipping against Sydney was something I said I'm not doing for the rest of the year. Essendon
versus West Coast at Marvel. I'm backing Essendon to win, and I'm backing Stringer for 3 goals. He loves the place, mate. He sends that place. It erupts when the big string is there, the big package.
Yeah,
I've got him $3 for 3 goals.
That is nice. I like Jakey for.
I'm just trying to think of who would defend on him. Do you know what I mean? Like you got Wright, Langford, Stringer. You don't have 3. Barras,
McGovern, more roll off.
Yeah. So I reckon he gets off the chain.
He's off the bye. Would the package be fresh off the bye?
And we know he's out of contract, so this is why I'm doing.
Maybe contract talks have just started.
They're coming, mate. They'd be talking.
I like it. I was going to say 2, but I'll go with 3. I like Jakey for 2. Essendon clearly going to win. Harley Reid out, but Oscar Allen back in the game. I reckon I'll take Waterman for 3.
Yep.
I reckon he might get a little cheeky matchup. He's been kicking bags without Oscar Allen. Yeah. So unless actually, you know what? Take that out. I'm going to take that out. Actually, I'm going to scrap that. I'm going to go back to the basics. Liam Ryan, just for 2.
Love that.
Just plays deep. Might get a few more crumbing opportunities. 2 goals. Essendon will win.
Freo versus Gold Coast over there at Optus. I'm going Freo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to forgive them last week.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone could win this the way after last week, but $4 a goal. He's been playing a little bit more midfield, but I think he'll sneak forward and kick a goal. He pinch hits at half forward.
He can kick goals very easily, but geez, he misses a lot of goals.
$4 though.
You'll get a look. I know. I will say you'll get a look. You'll get a snap. You'll get a set shot.
There'll be a chance. That's over the odds for me. $4 for a 5 goal. So I've got Freo to win a 5 goal.
I'll go safe on this one, and obviously Freo I think will win. I think Tuke Miller got tagged out of the game last time he played. So he played St Kilda, and they went to him. I think it was Winhagen went to him hard. So I'm going to take Tuke for 25.
Yeah. They won't tag him. Freo,
I don't think they'll tag.
Freo haven't been
Freo won't tag. They didn't tag the Bond last week when he had 1,000. So Tuke Miller for 25, leaning to his over. Don't know what it is. Have a look at what that is, the gap. I think 30's right there on the cards, but I'm going to take 25 just to be safe.
Yep.
And when it comes to goals, I will be staying away from King because Alex Pearce is, I think, the All-Australian defender at the moment. So I'm going to go down the other end, and Amos has let me down a couple of times, but he's one of those guys that he just loves home. So I'm going to take him for 3.
3.
Amos.
I like it.
I think Jackson will get Collins.
Luke Miller, $3.35 for 30 plus.
So what's he for 25?
$1.67.
Yeah, what's his over and under? Hasn't come out yet. But yeah, I'd take the over.
Beautiful. All right, mate, that's our tips. So we are now into the punishment, are we not?
Is it locks first or then punishment?
Oh, no, we've got our locks. Yeah, sorry, mate. Melbourne versus North Melbourne. Yeah, man. The North Melbourne supporters.
This is the game of the round for me. What time's this on?
This is Saturday night.
Oh,
so
perfect. I'm having a quiet weekend.
Yeah, so it's Melbourne $1.17.
What's North?
$5.10.
Huh? What's the line?
Leave that with me. Hold on.
If it's 38 plus, I'll just me and you need to do something about that.
Okay.
It can't be plus 30.
The line is 32.5.
I was going to say it's right around all I wanted 35. You know, I'm all like, I'll get done by a point.
Obviously, I'm going Melbourne. But I track out, hear me out, and they've played this bloke in the mid. I don't have any inside knowledge here, but they have to fill him. There's no Harms, there's no James Jordan anymore, which is a typical bloke. So you said Luke Dunstan when he was playing. I think they're throwing Trent Rivers in the midfield. Either him or Salem. I'm backing him in to put Riv in there. He's a stronger body. He's a good build his tank up, and I'm backing him for 25 plus, and it's $3.60. I reckon this is nearly my bet of the weekend. I think he plays midfield. He gets 20 anyway at halfback. He's going to be around the ball a bit more. As I said, it's probably out of him or Salem that go in there. And they'll bring someone in from the VFL. Tomo might come in. But I just think they play Riv in the midfield, and I reckon he gets 25 plus. I'll be putting him in nearly all my multis over the weekend.
Saturday night, North Melbourne, the D's. I'm just going to tip. I'm going to tip North.
Wow.
Yeah, I love what's going on here. I'm a big believer in North. The D's have cost me all year. I'm just going to take North to win.
Yep.
And Paul Curtis, little Curtis, for 2.
Yep.
Because I don't want to touch any of the tools. And Pickett for 2.
Like it.
That'll give you $15. And if North win, there's got to be something. I mean, you've been pumping it. You've been going them all. I speak on behalf of all the North fans. You've been going them all year. And now your team, the D's, are $30.
$17.
$17, and you can't look me in the eyes and say,
"What do you want to do? What happens to you? What happens to you?"
Well, there's a line.
Yeah. Do you want to do a little bet on the line?
Well, something. I don't know.
I don't want to bet on the line. I'm not that confident.
We'll leave it. I'll let you off.
Yeah,
you haven't given me much, but it's going to be a good game.
Yeah. So, I know
KPI Construction. Stop that.
We can wait because we haven't got to your punishment. And
we done our lock. When are we doing our locks? I'm getting real nervous now because it's the fucking end of the podcast.
Yeah, same. So my lock.
Look at him just drifting this out. He's cooking up something. I'm about to get punished. Can you tell me what I'm getting punished for? Like, what am I doing before you tell me your lock?
Okay.
Just so I can get me lock out.
There's a bit in this. The reason I've gone down this punishment route is because you've been getting stuck into me about my juice cleansers and all that all year. And then people start chiming in the questions and all that. So what I've done, I've taken the liberty to create your own juice today. It's not very good. It's got all the great stuff that Midge cleansers have had in them. Plus a few little few jokers. A few
what do you mean a joker? What's a joker?
A few wild cards in there, So I'm trying to
what do you mean?
A few I'd like to call it the piggy punch.
No.
Do you want to know what's in it? And you only have to do a glass. There's a whole NutriBullet of this thing here, and I'm not going near it.
Okay, I'll do. You know what? Tell me after I do it.
Okay, you ready now?
We want to do it now. We're not going to do our locks now. You want me to do my locks while I'm so you've got a juice there. You've blended it. This makes sense. So you call me today. Can you get this? He called me today and goes, Man, you're not going to get sick if I put fruit skin in. Fruit skin, banana skin, Amanda. Who the fuck eats skin? He reckons he feeds his kids skin.
No, I was trying to blend up a whole banana skin.
Oh, look at that, man. It's brown. It's brown.
I don't feed me kids the skin. No, it's not brown. I'd say it's
like vanilla-y, yellowy diarrhea.
Well, I'm telling you, it looks all right. So what do you like? So I'm going to go Trent. As I said, I'm going to go Trent Rivers for just an easy 15.
That's $1.30.
And Rosie 20.
Oh, that's going to be gross. I just hope one of those boys just don't get that because this is depending on the taste. And
that's $1.35. What's yours?
Actually, no,
mate?
I want us to win. I'm going to laugh. Freo aren't losing this week. Freo, I'm going to...
You're going head-to-head.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
and if you Freo boys are listening, I'm drinking this... Oh, look at I'm drinking this shit because of your shit on the weekend. Just rock up against the Suns and get it done at home and get back on the horse. Let's get a flag in Fremantle so I don't have to do any of this stuff. He can't even smell it. I'm going back to the Waldo boys. Don't let me down twice. Oh, no, it's not a full glass. That's a full glass. You've given him the biggest glass in the building, man. That's heaps, bro. I'll throw up all over the studio floor.
You have to finish it.
I'll finish it. Give it over here. That looks disgusting, man. Don't tell me what's in it till after.
Fuck.
Oh, look at the giggle on that.
I can't wait, man. Hold on.
Oh, man, I can smell it. What have you put in it?
I'll tell you afterwards. Do you want to know
probably
now?
put your plums all over the glass. He's a sick unit. He's a sick unit, this bloke. Hey, look at the man, I won't forget this. And this, I can smell it. Can you give me one flavour? Actually, don't tell me.
There's a banana in there.
Ooh. Oh, wow. What? What's in that? What the fuck?
Have another cup.
What are you? That's, man, I can't smell it.
Block it out.
No, I'm going to throw up. I need a bucket. Get me a bucket. I can do it. I'll attempt it with a bucket. I need a bucket. That is fucked. You're kidding, aren't you?
It's not that bad.
Oh, man, I'm going to throw up, man. What have you put in it?
Oh.
I can actually feel this wrap I'm having coming up.
Just compose.
Mate, I'm gonna throw up. I'm telling you, the smells fucked me. If I put this in my gut, will I throw it up?
Oi, it's not that bad, man. It's stuff.
Fucking hell, man.
All right, have another go.
You're kidding me, are you?
You go, have another go. All right.
No, I can't. What are you putting it?
Oh, okay.
Are you serious?
Oh, that'll do. That'll do.
What are you putting in it, man?
That'll do.
Your lips are a bit.
Tell him what's in it.
Fuck.
Tell him what's in
That's future. Don't tell me yet. I'm not drinking the rest.
He's gone. He's out. Oh, no, I don't want you to drink the rest. That's fucked. You had a crack at it, though.
He was tipping the bucket into the toilet and it did not look good.
Yeah, straight back in.
Oh, fuck. You're kidding.
All right.
I don't even want to know what's in it, man.
You don't want to? It's not that bad. I reckon this will help you a little bit. There's a couple.
Mate, that was so bad. I couldn't. Yeah, how thick it was that? It wasn't a juice for anyone listening.
It was so I cracked a banana in there, half a banana.
I love banana. That's why it's clunky.
A baby cucumber.
Yeah. Didn't taste that.
Some carrot.
didn't taste the carrot or cucumber. The banana didn't taste it. Just was mushy.
Oh, I threw a bit of pear in there.
I don't mind pears.
Yeah, pears are good. Mandarin.
Here comes
without the
here comes the wild. Just give me the wild cards.
And then we threw a cabana stick. I hope you know. A fair amount of tuna and a little bit of the tuna juice too.
Oh.
And a raw egg.
Oh.
Along with some cayenne peppers, hots.
Oh. That explains the lips.
And some chili flakes. A shitload an absolute ton load of chili flakes.
Oh, my God, man. That is cruel.
It's not as bad as you thought.
It's not too bad. And I've got half. I got half down. I can show you. I got half down,
Mate,
it come back up.
yeah.
And the smell of
It
it.
was the tuna smell.
The smell of it.
It was the tuna.
Oh,
Because I opened it and I was like, oh.
what have you
man.
done? So did you get here early?
I got here early. Me and Brad teed it up early. He filmed it and everything.
All right. Well done. Well done. I deserved it. I could not bear the smell.
That's going to come up well, I reckon. That
The smell
It
got
was
me.
the smell, man. I opened it. I didn't want any part of it.
Oh.
Apart from seeing you drink it.
And the look. I mean, if anyone wants to have a look, there's a bit of vomit on the outside, but
All right, that's yeah.
All right.
All right.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Let's get to
nearly at the end of the show. I just wanted, that was good. That was everything I was hoping it to be.
That's some of the worst smelling stuff I've had in a
It
long
was the
time.
tuna. The tuna juice made me feel sick pouring it in, and you've got to drink it. So
Yeah, well, anyway, we've had our 20-minute intermission there while I just go throw my guts up out the back. I mean, I'm happy to wear that. I need to lock in. The fact that we're going head-to-head again here, boys, is very risky. But, Freo boys, if you're listening, I put up with enough pain getting the flick. I don't need any more pain, any more of this juice, any more of these juices from pigs. So, well done. Hey, shake your hand. Well done.
Having a crack at it. You did well. So I got Rivers 15, Rosie 20, which you could
And
go
I'll take
either way.
Freo head-to-head on the Sun. You know what I've learned? I'm not taking the early ones that ruin me all weekend. If you're going to ruin me weekend, at least it's on the Sunday. So,
Yep.
boys, get it done. Surely you respond. That was insipid, as they always say when you get a 50-point loss. All right, guys, it's time for our KPI Construction Stop That. And there's always a lot of Stop That's this week. But I thought, what's the biggest Stop That you've got this week? And this week, I want to address this to John Longmire, the head coach of Sydney Swans. Johnny, the big horse, if you're listening. Geez, wouldn't it be nice to be called the horse? Everyone should know why. I mean, horse, if you're tuning in, this one's for you. Horse, if you're tuning in, no doubt you are. This one is for you. Our KPI Construction Stop That goes to you in the last quarter. When Joel Amartey is playing, I don't know if he's played 50 or 100, but he's at the start of his career. Start again. If Joel Amartey's at the start of his career, he's played a fair few games now, but he's having a day out. He's kicked 9, and I think there's about 15 to go or 10 to go in the last, and you take him off? Not once, but I think twice. I mean, Johnny, horse, what are we thinking? Don't put him in the paddock, horse. Keep him on the field. We've got a young kid who's kicked 9 sausage rolls, and even late in the game, the boys are trying to find him, but we run out of time. Nothing like kicking 10 in this game, and I know the horse did it twice in his career, and I'm starting to think that big horse didn't want to be walking around the locker room knowing that Joel Amartey's done what he's done, which is very rare. So my KPI Construction Stop That this week goes to the big horse Longmire from the Sydney Swans. Come on, horse. You can't be taking the big fella off while he's on 9 goals. It's hard enough kicking 1 in this league, let alone 9 and then maybe 10. So, Joel Amartey, if you're listening, I feel sorry for you, brother, because we were all cheering you on for 10. It would have been, Amartey, where do you want to have a party tonight? You know what I mean? It would have been, they call it the City of Churches. It would have been Amartey's party in the City of Churches. He could have done what he wanted that night.
I can't believe it. Clear out the 50 pagan paddock
They're up
style.
by 35.
Mate, it's leaving him 1 out on his own, making sure he gets to 10.
You're chipping it sideways. If you're 20 out having a set shot, you're kicking it side, aren't you?
Surely. And not the last thing you're doing is taking the big fella off the ground. He's on fire. He's lifting the spirits of the whole team.
I would love to know what he was saying on the bench. Just the big fella. You know how you're going to be humble.
I don't want you to get to 10 young fella. He might get too carried away.
What even like Joel on the bench going, God, boys, do you reckon he's going, I'm on 9, boys, can you find me? I don't reckon he would. I reckon he'd be like, yeah, it's all right. But looking back now, he'd be flat.
I'd be telling the boys. Any asking, I reckon, too. If you're on the team, like, hey, man, you on, mate? I'm on 9.
Oh, let's be honest. Which forward doesn't know how many goals they've kicked?
Everyone.
Tell me a forward out there that doesn't actually know how many they've kicked. Even if it's 1 or 15, they'd know every single shot.
100%.
Oh, there you go. So,
well said, mate. That was awesome.
That's my KPI Construction Stop That. And look, I know the punishments we're trying to get on the streets, but we're waiting for Rama to get back to us with the rules and regulations. So if one of us go down, that's going to happen at one stage. But big shout out to our sponsors, KPI Construction, for making this all happen. Piggy,
mate,
you happy with that? You got any Stop That's?
No, I just wanted to piggyback on the end there. But you spoke too well, mate, so that was good. Well done to KPI Constructions, and well done to you. But This was my favourite show. Seeing that punishment, the laugh early with PEWTCH, and then the end where you vomit it into a cup. I don't know about you. This is my favourite show for sure. So what a great week. I'm looking forward to what happens this week. I hope we win. That's the end of the day. I hope we get up. I hope some of those tips I've given and we've given across the games, I hope a few of them get up and we can start making our followers some cash.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to following them. Actually, when I listen back, I'm going to follow and just check in and go, mate, you like that? That's all saluted. But you're right, that PEWTCH, I haven't had I'll be honest with you, mate. Life's tough for everyone, and I'm laughing all the time, but I haven't had a good, hard belly laugh, tears flowing from the eyes. And these podcasts, we tend not to talk too much before we get here, so we can just release everything we've got. And they're late at night, But that was a highlight and a very big low light drinking that shit. But well done to you and to everyone out there. Keep the punishments coming, keep the questions coming, keep the love, because we are really appreciating all of it. And we're halfway home. It's going to be a big season to go. We've still got 12 weeks up our sleeve. So we're going to get that 12-week challenge. It starts right now. Hope you enjoyed this week. We'll see you next week. Cheers. Aces, I know I always go on about the RIXXies, but I got huge news. We have all our styles and colours restocked on the website right now. Get online, grab some sunglasses at rixxeyewear.com.au right now and use our little discount code ACES if you want a 20% discount code on the house.